So where do we want to start, fellas? I know this was a kind of a sad week in the end for us Juventus fans, but do we want to start with the Juve game?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's start with that. Yeah, because they actually played halfway decent, so we can actually say some positive things about them for once.
So much less fun that way, though.
I'm not going to start though because I know. Chris, you want to kick off 3-1 Juventus win over Lazio?
Do you want to start with the terrible giveaway by Kulusevski or what? Lead to the first goal. No, but honestly, this was actually like I can actually say like an impressive win, considering many things. Ronaldo's not playing. We're down 1-0. It was actually fun to watch them play. They were playing nice soccer, right? Some nice goals. Rabiot needs to do more of that. He's got the speed. He's got all the athletics. He needs to attack. A nice finish. I think the goalie was kind of out of position there, but it was a nice finish. Chiesa, where would they be without him? He's ridiculous. He's been awesome, and we all didn't want him on the team.
Yeah. In fairness, not that we said he was bad. We just thought it wasn't a priority, right? But he stepped up for sure. He stepped up and gotten better on Juventus. So,
we all thought he wasn't a good fit, and it wasn't necessary. But he's
about the priority is still not the priority. Because we have Kolovetsky, still we have Bernardeschi, we still have Quadrado, but he's doing great,
Yeah.
He justifies his money. If you keep on doing that, actually, it's a plus.
He's been.
It's
awesome.
the whole. I think it's the whole one or the first one who don't feel the presence of Ronaldo. He play like he should play. As a matter of fact, if you talk about yesterday about the game, besides Ronaldo, we had a lot of people out, a lot of new, But I think after the foul, when we gave it that goal, maybe when the ref didn't give us that penalty, I think that's what's a wake up for us, wake up call.
What was the deal?
To decide to play as a team.
Why wasn't that a penalty?
Yeah, I mean, never mind. But it's the whole time we go, we go from 1-0 to go up on the score.
Yeah. So I actually went to Daddy's.
Come back the whole time.
I went to Daddy's house and we watched this together. And this is the first thing I said. I said, this year Juventus has not made any. When they're behind, they never come back. They never change the score. Right, they never have their patented go for the throat in the last 20 minutes comeback that they used to have, and this was the first time they actually did that. I think a lot of it has to do with how Lazio plays, right? So I also said if you remember on Sunday, I said Lazio when they lose the ball, they retreat to 50 to the midfield before they start pressuring, right? If you notice, they don't pressure on the 2/3 of the field. They wait till half field and then they pressure the opponent. So it let Juventus win the ball and move forward, right? And actually capture midfield. So that actually played into our hands because when we play teams that press further up the field and really pressure our fullbacks that aren't that great playing out of the back, it causes a lot of problems. But by not having that pressure further up, we were able to play out of the back. So that helped us. But regardless, we played a nice game, right? We actually a decent game. I think Pirlo actually had Danilo a little bit in front of the defenders, which I thought he helped the midfield a little bit. Not someone that I necessarily would have put there, but I thought Bernardeschi played pretty good as fullback. He played pretty good coming from the back.
I don't know if I told you guys about that, about Danilo in the midfield. I also suggested this situation with the player we had, if you remember, I don't know if I told you, I would move up De Ligt in that position because he played before as midfield, and he's used to play up. So if Danilo did good, I think still De Ligt could do better. If everybody can play like Chiellini, Bonucci, and the mirror, so we could try to to put the lead in front of the defense to help the midfield, because we know the midfield is not that great this year.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you have to support the midfield as much as
we have
possible.
to try to work with the people we have, to try to put them in the best situation and position that they can, you know, can do. I like Pirlo that this time, because he did something unusual for a coach, a Serie A coach. He did something that people were not expect, not even Inzaghi, nobody. You know, like with the Bernardeschi left back and the left back and Danilo in midfield. I think that was great from Pirlo. So the whole time he don't look to me, he was sleeping. He thought something that normal people don't think. You know, usually us, normal people know when someone come in, now we move the sky from the sky, everybody know. We look all of us seems they are coach. This time Pirlo did something, you know, not too many coach does. Different things.
Yeah, Pirlo had a good game. I think Lazio bailed them out a lot. I mean, that first 20 minutes was atrocious. That was bad. When they went down 1, there was no one was thinking that they were going to score 3 unanswered goals. I think Reina bailed them out twice. He left the near post early on the first goal. Yeah, so it was a hard shot, but he should have. He should have stayed his ground more. Even the second goal, it was near post again. Like I think he had a bad game.
Well, also the third goal was the dumbest penalty.
Well, the third goal too. Like Ramsey's dribbling away from the net, and you foul him, so you're giving them a penalty shot for no reason. Like Lazio, and what Frank said about Lazio is 100% true, and this is why they lose to all the big teams. Every team Lazio plays against, they let them play their game. Every team.
Usually, I like Inzaghi as a coach.
I thought
this week I think is the worst thing he could do. In other words, he didn't have a defense but he had the Patrick on the bench. So I don't see why he put that guy on the right side defense. What's his name? You know,
I can't. Who he had Hoyt in?
No, you know, usually play on the right side.
Maricic. Yeah.
Maurice. So he had the defense. So why he start? You know, one thing I agree with Daniel. Another thing, Lazio is a team that make you play.
Yep.
Then and different from Atalanta that press up.
Mm-hmm.
They go back. You know,
Juventus was able to travel through the middle of the field and just dribble, and you never see Juventus do that. Rabiot carry the ball for 30 yards. You know that never happens.
But sometimes a team beats Juventus because they need us to go up.
Yeah,
and you know, and go from behind.
Yeah,
this time it maybe wants to that. He couldn't be. He wasn't able to do that. I don't know. Maybe because
I still think, you could try the counterattack, and Inzaghi plays a little bit of counterattack on the break, but I still think with Juventus, with how bad our midfield's been and how bad we've played, I don't think you even let them in the game like that. Like, why do you let our midfield why do you let us have possession? Like, battle it out for 90 minutes. You're probably going to win. Our midfield has been so bad.
Yeah, why are you not pressuring those guys? You've seen it all season. They don't do well under pressure.
And this time, the last the beautiful midfield that they have, they didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
There was a moment for 15 minutes. Milinkovic Savic was asking to go out. And
we called that out in the game too, and he left him in there. And you know what? I turned to him and I said, you know, it could be that Inzaghi knows that he's kind of a quitter, right?
Well,
like, we're losing 3-1, take me out.
The thing is, too, though, Lazio's depth is always an issue. They don't bring players in. They really don't.
No, but he made subs. He just left him in there. And I'm thinking
I would have said that was not the Lazio with you.
No, I agree.
And they haven't been. They've lost 3 of the last 4 games. They got killed in the Champions League. They're not on a good run, so it wasn't surprising that they played this bad. But the way Juventus has been playing, like, you didn't expect them to be, you know, world beaters, and that second half was really impressive.
Well, listen,
I don't understand for Lazio why they play a Cherba on the left side and Ord in the middle? Why they didn't do different?
Because he's lefty. I don't know.
But why you take a Cherba from the middle?
I don't know.
He didn't have a good game either. He kept slipping. Does the guy have the right cleats on? He kept falling down.
Yeah.
Listen, I think there's a lot of love for Keza and McKennie in the chat from a couple of people, so we agree there. But I think Keza makes a difference, and I also think, in terms of, I hate the rule, the handball rule, right? Like about the penalties, I think it stinks. But by how the rule is, that was a clear penalty. And fine, if you miss it, let's say you miss it, how does VAR not call you?
Yeah, not go
on the record and say, let's check it. That's what I didn't understand at that point in the game. I was like, what the hell is that? Like,
I don't mind that it wasn't called, but I've seen it a million times get called. So what's the difference between this one?
Oh, no, but the rule, that was a penalty. By the stupid rule that we have now, that was 100%.
Oh, the last two games in Zagreb, the last 2 or 3 games, he does the same substitution. He take Leica out, and some other midfielder come in, Escalante and De Andrea, and they both sack.
He doesn't have depth. He doesn't have depth.
But when you take the same 2 people and put the same 2 people with the same result, that's a stupid.
A lot of coaches do that. They have their set. 70th minute, we're going to take this out. Blah, blah, blah. Like,
I was watching Inter, and I knew all 3 of his subs before, as soon as he did them. Like, I knew what he was.
Well, that was a big criticism we had of Cohen's, right? Teams that do that is horrible. That's why Lippi was so good, right? Because he read the game, and depending on the game, he made the sub for that game.
Yeah.
It wasn't
for the game.
70 minutes, these people come in. Like, that's stupid. But I do think that penalty was definitely a big question, right? Because, like, forget the penalty. I hate the rule. It's stupid. I think it was intentional. But how do you not call him and say, hey, you have to look at this?
But maybe that was that made us play. I like him because we didn't complain and we didn't do. We start to play. Instead of complaining and be a victim, we start to play the way. Forget. I think at that point we forgot even people that were not there, Ronaldo, a company. We just
it definitely got the energy level and the blood pumping, right? The question is, why do they have to get pissed to show that level of effort, right? That's the problem.
Yeah, sometimes they have to smack you to wake up.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. It worked. And they played that second half, they played well. So,
but it's week 26. Like, it's about time.
Usually it's vice versa. We score a goal in the beginning and we think the game is finished. And we allow the other team to come back.
And let's not
they score on us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Reyna, I do agree with Dan. I think I said that during the game. I said the first goal was Reyna's fault because you shouldn't get beat near post ever. And he was cheating and leaning to the middle.
Oh, Frank, you say the goal is supposed to be on the left side, on the post. But the shot was so strong, nobody saw that.
So sometimes the hardest.
Don't even ask, nobody saw.
The hardest shot to save sometimes the one shot right in your face. You have that quick reaction that you're gonna duck out of the way of it.
If he would have,
did you see the goal? He would have scored at Verona.
Which one?
At Verona, the goalie, like the ball, he got scared. They turned out.
Yeah, it was the same thing. It was a shot at his head, basically.
No, but listen,
it would be safe.
Yeah.
If Reyna was in the right position and would have went up and hit off his hand and went in, or something, or he didn't get it in time, that's fine. It was a hard shot. But when you're leaning this way to the middle to cheat, and you go like that, that's your fault.
He was at the right position in a way. The shot was on the corner. And the corner, it was that strong.
Yeah,
that strong. You didn't even see.
So
but your job as a goalie there is to take that angle first, not to try to cheat in case he shoots to the far end. It's not.
Even you cover the angle, right? And the shot is too strong, too fast.
Yeah, you might not save it.
You can never raise your hands.
You might not save it, absolutely. But when I see you doing this, going the wrong way, then I'm going to blame you.
So when he scored, I looked right over to Dan, and I was like, "What? Like, what just happened?" It was.
I thought it was side down.
We saw on the net.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So it was a hard shot.
It was a good shot. I mean, he could have saved it, but it was a very good shot.
Robbie surprised himself with that shot. Like that, no one was expecting.
Everybody's surprised.
He's done stuff like that before.
No, yeah, guys, you guys, when we watch a game and they shoot it from somewhere, we know already if the ball will go up or down. From that shots you saw in the nets, you didn't see nothing on that shot.
See, Putin agrees. Take that shot on Chesney every time it's a goal. I agree.
Well, I
agree with that too. Anyway, let's move on from this. We talked about them for about 20 minutes. We'll talk about them again later in the show because they got the Champions League game tomorrow. So we'll touch base on Juventus again, I'm sure.